The election was a big relief. I felt it. I know so many of us felt it. But after reading the news this morning, I want to set the record straight. This is no time to rest easy. First, Joe Biden's strategy of playing it safe is not going to win us the future we want. Second, it is progressive leaders, it is grassroots community leaders who won this election, not Joe Biden, and they are the future that we need to follow. There are many signs that voters are looking for bold, progressive policy change. First, we can look at marijuana legalization. Last Tuesday, over 5 states had some kind of drug-related measure on their ballot. Montana, New Jersey, South Dakota, and Arizona all legalized marijuana, and Mississippi allowed for medical use marijuana. Now 15 states across the country have legalized marijuana. Next, we can look at certain economic policies, such as the fight for $15 minimum wage. This began with a small organizing effort in the city of New York in 2012, and now it has spread across the country in various campaigns and rallies. In fact, a Pew Research Center study shows that 67% of Americans support raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Another example is that Medicare for All is popular. A research study done this year in April 2020 found that 69% of respondents support Medicare for All, including a significant number of Republicans. And so these are the kinds of progressive policies that deliver material change that will make sure we have a better future and also a better political outcome at the next presidential election. But ultimately, with all due respect, President Biden didn't win the election. Grassroots community leaders from Black, Indigenous, people of color communities, particularly Black women, did. I was reading this morning, like a lot of publications, the New York Times, and many of them are trying to make meaning of the election, and in particular, the New York Times ran this headline, "How Biden Won the Presidency. He bet on a sober message, not a sweeping call for change." I read the article and it gives too much credit to President-elect Joe Biden. Biden won because grassroots leaders and overall Black, Indigenous, people of color communities ask themselves, will I feel safer in a Biden America? Not would they want to live in a Biden America. This election was about a repudiation of Trump, and ultimately we need to do more than repudiate others. We need to build for the future. All this is to say that we need to glorify the right people. We need to glorify the Black women who got out the vote across the South, the many kinds of organizers that built multiracial coalitions across the country. Ultimately, they're the ones who are going to deliver the future that we need. They're going to be the ones that I follow. So many of us are celebrating. Some of us are just breathing a sigh of relief. But the work has just begun. Remember, progressive and clear material change is popular, necessary, and possible. And finally, Tuesday we were shown the leadership of the community, which includes visionary Black and Indigenous women, multiracial coalitions, working class people. All of them are needed and necessary for the future where I and you will be safe.